There's nothing to run away from, really. Arsenal are 4 points clear at the table. When in a position of strength, there's nothing to run away from. Like, I am more sure that Arsenal will win the title than I'm more sure of anything. That game was not a game that Arsenal should have lost. They didn't play that badly. United didn't create anything. The 2 goals they scored, the 3 goals they scored, I heard you be talking about, it was the way United play. It wasn't about the way United play.
When a team wins a football game, right, sometimes they might not deserve it. But what he's trying to do is trying to rewrite what we all saw and say that United won the game by puncher's chance. That's not what it is.
Me, I don't go Graham.
You look at that game in 90 minutes, and I do not think that, on the strength of what United did yesterday, they deserve to win the game.
You mark players on the far post like the Romans back in the 1700s, right? You bully people, you drag people, and you score a goal, right? Is that the quality of a goal that a team that has spent over £1 billion last 7 years should be relying on?
Before the game, now they beat your chest. We're gonna smash you guys. God so good. The player where you say if he starts, they go smash. They start.
Exactly. Carrick, they slamming him on the ground.
He played enough minutes.
That's the issue I have with Eni.
If you all because we're boring fake. It's fake.
Give me 5 million.
You understand?
The guys are like characters in a film. It's like a weekly TV show. I think the camaraderie between the guys, myself, Ini, Mikel, Wale, of course, as well as Rufai, creates an interesting dynamic that I think the viewers certainly relate to.
CHP over the years has been a necessity, still is a necessity, at a time where everything feels fast and regurgitated.
Our cultural space was craving realness, heritage, and intention, and that is why I'm able to be myself on the podcast.
Oh yeah, now predict that now.
I've seen games like this.
We've been able to move with clarity to deliver something with restraint, depth, and timeless wit. And in many ways, we've been able to reset the standard to show what is possible from an African, cultural, and storytelling perspective.
In the first half,
I don't know the game that you watched, but in that first half, the team that looked like they were going to score the most was us.
For us, it's not punditry, it's artistry. There's a self-awareness to what we're doing. For us, we're driving our cultural nuances in every single conversation, and I think that's what we keep trying to do.
THP at Season 6 is a proof that when your product is sharp and your values are intact and your timing is intentional, you have a chance of building something that is authentic.
We're playing a different game, not one based on virality or chasing the algorithm, but one built on value.
We're not looking to scale at all costs. We're building substance, and we want that to scale over time.
After 6 solid years with the guys, I realized that we are not just a sports show that's entertaining, but an entertainment show that truly knows sport. I'm sure you know that already.
He just needs more oil. I will call it down 70,000. I said, this guy, he will never make it.
But all of this means nothing if no one is ready to receive it. And that's where you, the viewers, come in.
Thank you for allowing us to play our position and allowing our work to speak for itself.
So every now and then I go somewhere to different places and someone recognizes you, and that totally humbles me because of the fantastic community we've been able to build.
All of this is not enough without you guys.
Thank you and welcome.
Welcome to Season 6.
Hello, everybody. Welcome along to our Hindsight podcast. Online studios. We're back for what is a Monday review of the show. What a great weekend, obviously. Great to talk about all that went down. Rufai is here. But Monday is here as well. Abigail Sports is here as well. One is in the background and making sure that we are very good. My name is Yubi. And so I'm doing over the metronome. Gentlemen, good to have everybody here. We're going to have a great conversation as far as Arsenal goes. It can be, it can get very, very heated, very topsy-turvy, but enjoy.
Before anything, opening thoughts about the game. What you think about the game? What it says. Going forward, no time, going straight.
Okay, so personally, overview of the game, I didn't think Arsenal played badly. Honestly, credit to United. I'm one of those people who I like to be very honest and objective. When it comes to seeing football, in a broader way other than just being a football fan. I thought United played really well in terms of they sat very deep. The game started and Arsenal started the game with the kind of momentum that I thought they would play with. They were pressing. United couldn't get a sniff. Up until Arsenal scored that goal, United didn't have a sniff in that game. Every way was blocked. They couldn't cope with the intensity Arsenal played with. The one moment, and I usually don't like to put defeats on one player. I usually don't like to put defeats on one player. But there's one singular reason Arsenal lost that game. And that singular reason is the mistake that Martin Zubimendi made. And because up until the Martin Zubimendi moment, United didn't have a shot on goal. They didn't have a shot off target. They didn't have a single touch in the Arsenal box. They were nowhere near in the game. And Zubimendi gives them a route back into the game. And that's what you do not want to do against a team that played exceptionally so well against City just a week before. There's a new manager bounce. Players are going to run into brick walls for the new manager and all of that. But in the end, United took after they scored the goal, they had a bit more confidence. They had a bit more, possession of the ball. But you look at that game in 90 minutes, and I do not think that, on the strength of what United did yesterday, they deserve to win the game. I still don't think that we deserve to win the game too, because I think that attacking-wise, offensive-wise, Arsenal didn't do enough, Saka, and that has to be credit to United. Credit to the structure of the team, the way they didn't allow Arsenal to play in the way they played. And I also think that Arteta, did not give that team the right foundation or platform in terms of the substitutions he made. Those substitutions didn't quite progress the team in the way he should have done. And Arsenal, obviously, I said it on the pod, last week that, there's still that sense of Arteta not quite allowing this team, to play with the kind of fluidity he knows how to play. And I've heard people say, well, he can't play like that. He doesn't know how to play like that. And I think it's absolute nonsense. The season Arsenal challenged for the title, the first season they challenged for the title that they bottled it, no one was playing better football than Arsenal. Man City won the league, but they weren't playing better football than Arsenal. And I'm talking a Man City that had De Bruyne, Rodri, and all these guys. The season after that, not last season, the season after the season that they won the league on the final day, Man City were not playing better football than Arsenal. And the coach was Mikel Arteta. So this talk of Arsenal, though, Arteta doesn't know how to play attacking football. I don't think it's that. Because he knows how to play attacking football. This season, there's just that fear of we have to be a lot more cautious, to stroll to the finishing line, which with the quality of players you have on the pitch, I don't feel like it's the right thing to do. He doesn't want to concede too many goals. And in the end, if Arsenal go on and win the league, he will be justified. He will say, we didn't concede, we consider. And in the end, the truth of the matter is that the only reason Arsenal are going to win the league is because of their defensive structure. And the manager would say, that's why I have chosen to be cautious. But I feel like if Arteta had allowed the team to, go forward, take a lot more risk, maybe we wouldn't concede 17 goals at this stage of the season. Maybe we would concede maybe 20, 22, 23. But I'm very sure of one thing, would have been at least 14 points clear of the rest. That's what I think. And that's why I still, in some ways still feel like the manager has to at some point realize that you've got too many quality players in the team. You need to allow this team go on and blossom. In my thoughts on the game, credit to United, congratulations to them. In the end, if you win a football game, you deserve to win. But when you look at the nuances in the conversation, you will understand that that game was not a game that Arsenal should have lost. They didn't play that badly. United didn't create anything. The 2 goals they scored, the 3 goals they scored, I heard you be talk about, it was the way United play. It wasn't about the way United play. The first goal they scored was an absolute gift. The second goal, which, I'm not seeing people bring it up, and I can let it go. I can understand why they let it go. But how many times have we seen goals chopped off for brushing off a player's arm? And I've seen replays again and again and again. That ball brushes off Douglas' hand. The reason Douglas has the ball in his front is because the ball was supposed to hit his hip. but his hand cushions it. And I'm not saying it was deliberate. Third goal, brilliant strike, absolutely brilliant strike. But to suggest that United created a lot in that game would be a fallacy of the highest order. United didn't create
Senior
nothing in
man.
that game. They didn't have any
Senior
shot
man.
inside the Arsenal box. They didn't make
But,
any attempt
but
inside the
senior man,
Arsenal
after
box.
this
So
match, you
this
don't win.
idea of, United created so much and Arsenal created very
Senior
little,
man. Senior
I'm
man.
not buying it. I'm sorry. United won the game. Fair play to them. I'm not going to be like United fans when we won at Old Trafford and they said, they didn't deserve to win.
Senior
I know
man.
better than that,
Senior man wins.
than to say
Senior man wins.
anybody who wins a football match deserves to win the football match. They scored
Yeah.
3 goals. We scored 2 and they won the game. Fair play to them. New manager bounce. Fantastic for them. But in the end, Arteta will sit back and ask himself, there are a lot more
This
I
man, you
should do
talk too
with
much.
this team
Relax.
than we're
Ah,
doing.
Senior
wait,
man.
wait.
Senior. No.
Can you hear me?
I
Can you
wanted
hear
to,
me?
Yubi, we
Loud
can
and
hear
clear,
you.
my
We
Is
can
my
hear
brother.
audio,
you
Loud
is
loud
my
and
and
audio
clear.
clear.
clear?
Your
Very
audio is
clear, my
clear.
brother.
Oh,
Can you guys
thank you
Clear
for
like
giving me
United win. Clear
can you
like
guys
amen.
hear me
United
loud and
win.
clear as well?
I can hear you, I can hear you.
Confirm. So before you join UB, I just wanted Senior Man to go in, give his thoughts. When you come in, I don't know if Senior Man is even here, but because what I wanted to do before you join was ask him some key questions off the back of what he has said. But now that I have joined, I'm just gonna let you I'm just gonna let you first of all
He's not
respond to
planting.
him. Sir
He's not
Yubi,
to
please go.
Ama. You're to Ama.
He don't,
You know,
he
2
don't,
seconds.
he don't have network.
It don't talk you. Say anything well.
You know, smash them. You go smash them now. Like say now they pay their salary.
So, you know, what? Look, look. I wanted to take him on some points, right? When he said
Yeah.
they played Man City, played better than Man City in 2 years. There's never been a point where Arsenal have played better football than Man City. Let's just get out of the way, right? And look, when a team wins a football game, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes they might not deserve it, right? So I don't want to start creating new foundations for things we already know. There are times you win a football game because it's a
Smash
puncher's
and grab.
chance basically, right? But what he's trying to do is trying to rewrite what we all saw and say that United won the game by puncher's chance. That's not what it is.
Me, I no go Graham.
You
I
get
would never.
No, no.
I just
that's
wanted
the
him to
definition
say
of
whatever
being
he wanted to say.
Without
that's
giving
the
credit.
definition of being disingenuous. You understand, right? And I know that Arsenal had lion's share of possession and things like that,
Nobody cares.
but you are home, right? Wait,
Exactly.
what were you expecting United to go to Emirates and dominate the best team in the world? Is that what he's telling me? Is that what he expected? That will go to Emirates, United that have been 15th, that he said will not win the league in 20 years, that are dishonest, I don't want to build from the ground up and dominate. So
Than
I mean,
sacked and
we
sacked
recorded
managers.
3 days ago. So if he knew all this right about United and he still expected them to go and dominate the game, then it's either he has a lot of body experience when he's recording a podcast. You understand? So, but I wanted to come back. Let's have a more constructive conversation, right? So we can take it from
Wait,
there.
make
I
I
will
enter.
just say this right. I'll just say this right. The issue I always have with Ini, is, and I've never seen this happen before. Whether it is in business, in war, anything historically, you can't go into a fight, be the guy beating your chest, boasting, and saying you're going to finish off the next person, and then when they finish you off, you then and people then take you up on the
On your
fact that you were the one beating your chest, and
Yeah,
yeah.
you understand. You then
yeah.
try to play the victim and say they hate you. I have never seen it done. I don't understand. That's the issue I have. Before the game, now they beat your chest. We're gonna smash you guys. God so good. The player where you say if he starts, they go smash. They start.
They carry
Let's start
and
them.
they slamming him on the ground.
Let's start them. He play enough minutes.
That's the issue. That's the issue I have with Ini. All this conversation, all this English you are speaking, I hear it. United did not, and you cannot equate United not dominating possession and United not having a sniff in the game. What do you think what were you expecting? They were going to come to the Emirates and from the blast of the whistle, they were going to start pressing from the front. They were not going to do that.
Yeah.
They were going to sit back and say, come and break us down. That's what you need to go and do. If you started this season without expecting that teams will be sitting back against us a lot, then what have you been? What are you people doing in your sporting meetings, in your whatever? So this narrative that you try to create that, oh, they went and sat back and then that's why we didn't beat them. That is why you would go and it's unfortunate that he's not here. I don't understand. He just wanted to drop his thoughts and leave. I don't know. Maybe his network is having issues. So I'm getting to the point now where I'm getting convinced that they're not going to win this league. As bad as City has been this season, as bad as Liverpool have been this season, I'm getting to the point where I don't think Arsenal are going to win this because if you're running away with the title, there's something you have. You strike fear into people. Arsenal don't do that. They don't. You're going to go to Leeds away, and Leeds won't have anything to fear. You might win the game, but they're not going to play you like they're afraid of you.
Yeah.
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like, and if they lose 3 points, if they lose 3 more points in terms of ground against City, I think it's done.
Yeah.
You see, Rufai, I jokingly said it on the pod that when was saying they were going to win 4 trophies, and I was saying that what if you guys are already out of the Champions League, before the Carabao Cup final, and everyone make the joke of it. The reason I said that was because it was not even that I was trying to joke, because if you look at Pep's team, when Pep wants to, the time he has won the treble, at City, at Barca, there's this way you rotate your squad that when everyone comes in, they always make an impact. I remember when I was playing the FPL like some years back, the time City were really, really hot, and you won't even know the player that was going to start for City. There are only constant 2 starters then. I think it was the goalkeeper, what's his name again? Ederson, and also one more person, Rodri. It was Ederson and Rodri that was constantly playing in that, for every game for City. But there was this sense of whoever comes in, whoever doesn't start, whoever sits on the bench is as important as the players that are also starting. So I've always said that the fact that Arteta doesn't really rotate his squad, you are still in 4 competitions, and you are at this point, there are players that that they will always play over and over again. A player comes back from injury, you send him straight to the starting lineup. I think will be a big factor, for Arsenal's title charge this season. And I asked a question. I said, which one was going to be easier to win? Is it going to be Champions League or is it going to be Premier League? I think a lot of you guys were saying it's the Champions League, and I think we are seeing that now against United. If they don't find a way to have more of resting players, bringing them on at the right time, trusting your bench, making everyone understand that they are important in the squad, I think it's going to be a problem. Just like it happened with Eze as well. There was a time Eze did not play 4 straight games. That will not happen with Pep's team. There needs to be trust in players, and I feel like Arteta needs to find a way around it.
Right. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great.
Can you say something? Let's confirm we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It is stop running from the battlefield.
Yes, sir.
Stop running from the battlefield. I see you connecting and disconnecting. So that sometimes you go say, guys, I tried. Network is not good enough. I know that game.
So
I've
I'm
done
back
it
here
too.
now. No, see.
I know what you are.
There's not. Honestly speaking, on a banter perspective, there's nothing to run away from, really. Arsenal are 4 points clear at the table. When in a position of strength, there's nothing to run away from. Like, I am more sure that Arsenal will win the title than I'm more sure of anything. So it's not that. I'm like, I'm more sure.
Okay.
I know the
Okay.
funny thing.
I celebrate you. I
You
love that
know
you're
why I was
saying it
laughing?
here as well.
You know, no. You know why the frustration with Arsenal fans is the frustration in the Arsenal fans is this team can do a lot more. That's the frustration. This team can do a lot more, but the manager, for reasons best known to him, has chosen to play safe, and that's why it's biting on the team. But yesterday's result, I will say it. Myself and UB were having some Instagram stuff in the midweek, and I said to him, United are not going to come to the Emirates and play the same way they played against United and against Man City. Anybody who thinks that performance last week was what United had yesterday should have his head examined. United were not going to have that kind of performance at the Emirates. I knew they were not going to have.
They were never going to come to the Emirates and play like that. They
Yeah,
were
I know.
never going to come to the
That's what
Emirates
I'm
and
saying.
play the same way they played Man City.
That's what I'm saying. They were never going to play like that. But the reality is that up until when Arsenal scored, Arsenal were in the ascendancy. United could have finished the way the game was going. United could have finished the first half, and they won't have a single touch in the Arsenal box because everything United came with, Arsenal shut it down. The intensity was too good. They couldn't
Everything
muster
you
anything.
came
They
with,
couldn't
Unko.
move the ball.
Everything you came with, Unko. Everything
No,
you
but
came with,
hold on.
Unko, in that same
No, the
first half.
point is, Arsenal were in the ascendancy, and we scored. So we had the momentum. So the minute Zubimendi gave that ball away, the tide of the game changed drastically. Because all of a sudden, United felt
Senior
like
man, no vex. You continue. But do you realize that with how you have described this first half, there's just a tiny bit of bias. Let me use the word bias. Why is that?
no, I can have that. I can have that. But the reality is that from what we watched, honestly, United
No,
did
I'm saying
not
the way
have
you
a
are
touch
describing this
anywhere.
first half, right? There's a tiny bit of bias, and the reason I'm saying this is
Okay.
because yes, Arsenal were dominating possession. Arsenal were trying to break United down basically. But in the same sense that you said everything United came with, Arsenal shut down. Everything Arsenal came with, despite having the most possession and everything, United shut down. The goal that you scored, if you're saying Zubimendi handed United away back in, the goal that you scored as well was a mistake. It was a mistake. It was a minute of Martinez not knowing it came off him. It was a mistake.
No, Rufai. You can't say that. It was an own
No,
goal,
sir.
yes.
No,
You can
sir.
say,
But
but
Julian
you said
Timber
no.
would have
But you said
tapped
what
it home.
no. But you said what you wanted to say,
No, but you say it was an
right? You
own
can
goal,
say that.
like you said that it was an own goal, like the ball was going
No. I
off
didn't say it
target.
was an
Arsenal
own goal,
players were
but it was
not
a
there.
clear mistake.
No,
It was a clear
it
mistake.
was an own goal. No, it was an own goal, but Timber could have scored it too. Timber was there.
No,
Timber made the save.
But
The same
Martinez could have
attempt he
cleared
made
it.
to
It was
clear
a
the
minute
ball.
of Martinez not
ini,
knowing
ini,
where
ini,
the
ini.
ball was. It
the
was a
point is,
mistake.
Sorry,
no, the
sorry,
point is, no, I
ini.
agree. I agree.
Let's
It was
have some parliamentary proceedings, right? Hold on,
okay.
Ini. Can we agree? Let's have go of internet thing. Let's have some parliamentary proceedings, right? The definition of bias, right, is what you're doing, right? You don't see bias means you don't see it, right? You don't see it. Now you can have a bias and override the bias and say, you know what, I have a bias, and you state it, and we all know that cool. But if you say that Martinez's goal,
what is the
relax
bias?
now, relax now. I'll let you speak. I'll let you speak, right?
No,
If you say that Martinez's
plenty,
goal,
what is the bias? Just state the bias.
He will tell
your
you now.
bias
That's
is
what I
that
want to tell you now.
you are such an Arsenal fan, right, that you cannot see through the fact that if you make the comments, it's logic, right? If you say that United were gifted the first goal, right, then I am telling you that the goal that Arsenal scored, the first one, right, Martinez can clear the ball. He doesn't clear it, right? So it's an own goal. But you say that no. You should take credit for that. the way I want to take credit for the opening goal. That doesn't make sense.
If United didn't press, they won't get that goal.
We don't get the goal. Do you understand? So it's just logic. It's like if this is true here, then it can have to be true here as well. It's just logic.
Simple.
Do you understand?
Simple.
So let's chalk off the 2 goals, right? From
start again.
The second goal you scored. The second goal you scored, right, is a goal that we've seen all season, right? Where you are showing physical superiority. You mark players on the far post like the Romans back in the 1700s, right? You bully people, you drag people, and you score a goal, right? Is that the quality of a goal that a team that has spent over £1 billion last 7 years should be relying on for the title? Then also, look at United's goals. United's goals, one team is playing line-breaking passes to score a goal. The goal that Arsenal score is not that kind of goal that they have become used to scoring, right? Cunha scored a goal out of pure brilliance. That's why you buy him. After great combination by Meno and Bruno. It starts from a ball from Lamens. Sesko brings the ball down, gives to Bruno. Bruno plays a quick 1-2 with Meno. Meno receives Cunha. Sesko makes the run that takes Gabriel away, and we score that goal. The other goal we score, the double goal. In the first half, Dogu plays out wide a bit more. This guy controls him. Timber controls him. Right. Second half, Dogu comes a bit inside so that he can combine with Bruno. When he played out wide, he was too isolated. He couldn't play quick 1-2s. If you remember last week, there was a clip where it was Bruno, Shaw, Cunha, Bruno in that left area. Now, this week, the first half, they isolated Dogu. So he wasn't connected with the team. So Carrick literally told him, go inside and play quick and overload in midfield. That's where the goal comes from. If you see the goal, he plays with Bruno. Bruno plays 1-2s and gets back from him and he strikes. If you go back to his Instagram post, that goal is not a mistake. A lot of people think that goal is a mistake. It's not a mistake. Dogu has been training to score goals like that. So what I'm trying to say in this sense, right, is when you watch those two teams, if you didn't know that one was on a Premier League title, coronation, which would you say scored goals that look like a team that have been together for 7 years? It can be United. So I think it's disingenuous for Ini to come to the podcast and say that he expected United to come with more. More what? At the Emirates, you will beat Madrid. You will play PSG. You are the best team in the world. United should come to Emirates and rock the place in position and everything like that. Come on, that's disingenuous. You can't say that. He's not hearing.
Yeah, you can't hear. So for me, I think, and I'll be honest with you, I think it's copium. I think Arsenal fans are trying to cope. They are just trying to push it till the end of the season. Make we win this league, then it cures everything. That's what they're trying to do. Once we win this league, it cures everything. Which I agree. I understand that. If you win the league, I go keep quiet. I don't go talk anything. But there's a reason I asked him that question at the last episode. Say, when you mention Liverpool not being very good, and in the thing, say I don't forget, this thing was over a few episodes, and he kept on hammering on this Liverpool. They are not good. They are not very good. Salah has been carrying them, and then the other teams in the league are just bad. And then Arsenal had injury to this person. That's why Liverpool have gone and won the league. It's not because they are very good. He kept on hammering on these things, and the reason that's why I asked him that question the last time. Now it is Arsenal's turn. With how you guys are playing now, do you still hold the same opinion about that Liverpool of last season? Or you agree that Arsenal are also not good enough? Like you said, the Liverpool team of last season was not. Because I asked him that question because I've been looking at the Arsenal game. I've been watching some of the games. Before now, said his injuries to some players. They said now everybody is back. Before that Man United game, you had no important player out. Now everybody is back. That's why you were confident enough to say if Gabriel Jesus starts, we'll smash United. Right. So now that everybody is back, I'm looking okay for a team that's the best in the league, that wants to win the league, that's on the title charge. The title has been theirs to lose all season. Where is the wow factor? You're at home, you're playing at home. You should play with some swagger. You should play with some it's supposed they say, okay, no worry, these people, then good die. As inconsistent as Chelsea be, if Cole Palmer is firing, if Caicedo is firing, no worry, we go pepper you. No worry, we go pepper you. It's standard. If these boys are playing, I know say, make we go play the game. Una fit beat us, but we'll go show una pepe. So all your guys are back. I'm looking at where is the wow factor. United came to your stadium and we're scoring, we're pulling bangers out of the heart. You can't come and sit and say, oh, United, Arsenal didn't deserve to lose. If you didn't deserve to lose, what did you deserve to do? The moment you scored 2-2 at home, as you scored 2-2, one thing that I have refused to acknowledge, the moment you scored 2-2 at home, United did not go and pass and say, let's play for a draw. They picked the ball up and drove forward immediately and scored the third goal. That's because they don't have any fear for you, like zero. And you keep saying, oh, you're going to win the league. It's 4 points. It's a space of, how did he called it something? He says a position of one thing, position of power. What did he call it? Yeah. You must not have been watching the Premier League like we've all been watching.
No.
Like 4 points?
You make a good point, right? And the point you make is very important because, I always say that if I go into a game, right, as a United fan, and Bruno is playing well. I know that we're halfway there. We're halfway there. If my Bruno plays well, we're halfway there. Because
Baba, when I predict for podcast, what did I talk? I say Bruno or mommy. Because Baba, if Bruno play well, don't worry, you're gonna go Pepe.
Come hell or high water, right? If you play 10 volume passes, 2 go stick. Do you understand? Never mind, Bruno plays well, right? Dogu plays well, Mbemo plays well. But win the game. There's nothing you can tell me, right? So it bothers me that a team that is on a title charge, right? The team Pep Guardiola calls the best team in Europe, right? Go and play a game with the 2 best centre-back pairings in the league and in the world, Saliba and Gabriel, right? You ship in 3 goals, right? And these 3 goals that you ship in, not be say somebody carry hand, throw inside. And he tells me, what I don't like about in his analysis there, and when it comes to Arsenal is, even he has the cojones to tell me that Martin, that the Maguire goal, we have seen it given before. He was just smoking. And not a defense, anybody falling. Do you want him to fall and bang his head without support from his hand? Is that what you're saying? That you want Maguire to fall, and because he's in the area, he should tie his hand to his body and fall head on.
Yep. He did it.
You get. Like the moment I saw it, in fact, it was the quickest VAR check I've ever seen this season. It was so clear.
There's a difference between you don't fall, your back don't dey ground, or your yash don't dey ground already. You come pull hand out.
Put your hand.
And you are falling. An instinct, as you dey fall, you want to support yourself with your hand immediately. And at that same time, person don't kick ball, he hit you for hand. And they don't check him. I knew that, bro. If you give this as a penalty, man,
the VAR agrees with the on-field call. And guess what, right? There are games where, again, I hate to bring AFCON back into it, but there are games where you watch and you be like, you don't like something that the referee did, right? But my goodness, the referee was not the star of the show. The guy refereed the game, to a good level. It wasn't perfect.
Chelsea Crystal Palace referee. I was surprised. The guy had a good game.
It was Craig Pawson. Craig Pawson was the referee, right? He refereed to a good level, right? So, in the past, he could have said, "Oh, it was PGM oil." They've run out of excuses. Right?
Look, what I'll say.
I watched Arteta, right? after that first game this season, I said I'm going to keep watching Arsenal because it could have been first game. Sometimes holiday, Club World Cup, everybody takes their time to come back into form. Ever since that first game, Arsenal have won many games, yes, but I don't remember Arsenal turning up against an opposition this season. Not Liverpool, not Chelsea,
That's
right? Not Newcastle, and totally rocking them and saying, you know what, this is our title statement. When City were trying to win the league, any of the four that they won,
yeah,
they will turn up on some games and you'll be like, this team is at least 2 levels ahead
they
of where
will
we are.
batter you. They will
And we
batter
have,
you.
like, even if we have managed to raise our game and get a few rub of the greens here and there, this team are better than us. I don't watch Arsenal and think that. I watched them against Inter Milan, right? And I thought that Inter Milan, if they had the familiarity of the Premier League, they would have beaten Arsenal and they would have taken a point from them.
Do you know why? Do you know why I predicted that I think United were going to win the game? I was almost certain that United were not going to lose. I was almost certain. Why? Baba, I don't see. It is that game where Arsenal can't play for Stamford Bridge, where Caicedo collect red card for first half, and somehow we scored, and they played 1-1. They then can't equalize. That thing is not a bug. I say it's not a bug. It's not a mistake of, this one just happened, we'll fix it and then we'll keep it moving.
Yeah.
It is a feature. It is a feature in Arsenal's way. Like, I was shocked that at 1 man down, how easy it was for us to play through Arsenal's midfield. So I'm looking at the game. So the moment United, I was almost certain United were not going to lose because that's the first reason. Second one was, I also knew that against Arsenal, all you need to do is work hard. And I knew United were going to work hard under Carrick. He just came in, he beat Man City. If there's anything United were going to do, they will work hard as hell under Carrick in that game. So when I first predicted 2-1, I look at Emirates. Now okay, let me be respectful. United win or draw. I was almost certain United were not going to lose. You see, when as a team that wants to, and what I'm going to say is, because people feel like they won't wait till the end of season, 4 points. I don't think Arsenal are going to win this league. As horrible as Man City have been, as horrible as Liverpool have been, I don't think Arsenal will win this league. You see, this conversation that Pep keep going, they are the best team in the league. They are the best team in the world. Yes, they are. But Pep is not saying it just because he wants to compliment them. I've seen this thing a lot. Ferguson did it when Roberto Di Matteo was top of the table.
Yeah.
He's not saying it just because, I like Arsenal, let me compliment them. No.
Yeah.
He's putting pressure on them.
Putting weight. You're putting weight. Just putting weight on you.
Putting weight on them.
Carry that weight.
Yeah,
carry that weight to games where you are expected to win.
You see, this last weekend, when Man you win this match, nobody will be more appreciative of this win than Pep. Because he knows that all he needs to do is to stay within touching distance.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah.
Now, with 4 points, no worry.
Yeah.
Touching distance on that statement, they are too close.
Yeah.
We're in January, they are too close.
I said it about 2 months ago on the podcast. It was against Aston Villa when Villa scored the winner, right? Yeah. And Arsenal players collapsed on the pitch, right? And I said my observation, right? You can lose a football game, but my observation is that the Arsenal team, they're like a pressure cooker, right? Everybody's so tight. Their buttholes are clenched. And I don't know that you can. It's like, I'll give a funny, a funny example. It's like you're going home and you're driving, and suddenly your tummy starts rumbling, right? There's a distance you can start to hold that tummy rumble to your house. There's a place where you stop and say, you know what? Let me use the restroom here because this journey is too long.
This did not pass.
It's too long for me to continue like this, right? Arsenal, at some point, right? I don't know who's going to do it. If the psychologist is coming, they need to open the leg and let the pressure go. You understand? Let the pressure go and play like a top team. And allow the players express themselves, bro.
You know why
every single player.
Yeah.
See, so when you make that pass, right? They're tense. Saliba starts making passes. They were tense. Anybody stands in the team. The coach from the top line brought on 4 players. He is 10s too. There are 15 games to go. 15 games to play. Right?
If you were having such a good game, your coach made changes at the same time.
At the same time, right? So for
many
me,
things if it happened later in the game, he changed 4 people.
Bro, and also, you could see that very early on, as early as the 6-something minute, he was beckoning on the crowd, right? Help us, like get us going, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the coach has wired the entire team to be so tensed, right? That it is taking something from the players. I saw Emirates come on. Emirates looked like he was burdened by something, right? That's not how it's played.
You don't bench the boy 3-4 games because he no defend. Person will be attacker all in life.
He's kind of player that can give you something more.
My brother, what that boy did against PSG. No be
I'm Madrid.
No be he's a young boy. He's not going to play all the games, but he should play more. He should at least have a feel. Let him get a rhythm. Let him get a flow. I mean, you don't loan Waneri now that I think.
You loan Waneri, right? And I can say, when Pep was winning titles, right? When Klopp won his title, right? In those Liverpool golden years, you see Origi come in and score maybe 10 goals in the season.
Who score you goals?
Like 10. Origi was so important that Origi is the Liverpool legend, right?
You don't forget that Barcelona game.
Do you understand? Right? I think that's the only coach I have seen, right? That a player has been playing since he came back. He just came back. He dropped Gyökeres, right? I'm not saying Gyökeres is the next Thierry Henry, right? But what I see from the manager is that it's like I'm not going to manage how you perform, right? If you're not playing well, I'm not going to remove you from the team.
Remove you. You see, I think because we said we're not going to go too long today. Full analysis when we did studio. But I want to mention there. Remember start of the season when I told you that I think United will be more devastating with more control. Like go through the middle.
Yeah.
It's because when you play through the middle, it's risky, but the chances you create have higher value. Because a lot of your most key players will receive the ball almost on the half turn. Their body shape is like this. It's like they are turning towards opposition goal. See as Cunha collect that ball, face, boom, United, you see, the moment United took control of that game, and again, if it was under Amorim from the beginning of that match against Arsenal, United don't even create more chances because they would have gone bang, bang, bang from the beginning. And towards the end of the game, Arsenal might go on and score more goals. But they managed from the beginning. That's why I did surprise say in the talk, say first half.
Spot on that.
We're dominating from first half. What did you think United are going to do? First half, let's contain these guys. Make sure you don't concede the first 15 minutes. Make sure you don't concede the first 20, 25 minutes. The more you stay in the game, your boys are going to grow in confidence. Look at how, what's his name? Casemiro, the kind of passes Casemiro was trying to play through the middle. Bro, like once you grow into the game, don't worry. Forget saying that Emirates, now ball will come play.
You know the funny thing? I wanna. It's not quite the same, but I want to draw parallels with this season and the season that Chelsea won the Champions League, where who was the coach in the first half of the season?
It was Lampard.
No, Champions League when they won Champions League.
The first Champions League or
the first Champions League. Yeah. That was
okay. The first Champions League was AVB. Then they fired him, and then the Matthew
AVB they fired him, right? First, when the foundation of that team, right, was AVB's team, right? AVB started building something, but he didn't quite. It's like when you're building something, but it's like when you're playing a Rubik, right? You're playing a Rubik, and you've gotten it, and it's just maybe one line missing, right, to fix it. Somebody else watching you play the Rubik, right, has all along is seeing what you need to do, but he can't tell you because like the rules of the game.
He's not in the arena, but he's
he can't tell you. I watched a Carrick, one of the interviews he has done at United since he arrived, and the journalist, the girl asked him, the babe asked him, like when when you were watching, because Carrick is a season ticket holder, his family comes to watch the games, he watches the games. When did you start thinking about how to play, how you would set up this team if you were the coach? You know, and he said, obviously, you know, I don't actively do it, but I'm a season ticket, I watch all their games. And I had always thought that if we're done just this or that, the team could be, you know, suddenly a bit better. What we're witnessing, right? I'm not trying to blow Carrick up. What we're witnessing is what you're saying. Carrick has been watching again and thinking, why doesn't the manager just adjust this? Adjust this. And I'll tell you why. United used to play with a 3 at the back, right? Dogu, wing, ring, Dalo up. United are still doing sometimes the same thing. Dogu is playing in front of Luke Shaw. Sometimes he drops into.
Yeah. So when they're defending, he's also back, almost
right,
as a left back.
But the difference is in the build-up, everybody, right, play as a 4. Let Dogu go in and plug the midfield up as well. Right? That way, they will be passing, the passing angles are a bit better. Where if we lose the ball, you can't cut through us immediately. So I go back to the Chelsea example. When Tuchel won the Champions League with Chelsea, Lampard started with the team and built the team's I don't know what to call it. The team's energy, right?
Yeah, energy. I'll call it energy. Like
energy.
Because that team used to run a lot.
Right, and energy. This team now, right, are running more. They're running more, but they are running. No, they are not running as much as at Amorim's time, but they are running in the distances that matter. And I see the paradox with the Tuchel team, because the Tuchel team, right, came in, and all of a sudden Tuchel just put this piece here, this piece here, and the team were rock solid. You could not break them down.
Yeah.
Which is what everybody saw. We're like, Lampard, you could have done this. That's what's happening with the Amorim and the Carrick team. I'm not trying to say United will win the Champions League. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that if you look at the team itself, Carrick has come in and moved pieces around. So, of course, the biggest credit he will take is for bringing Kobe Mainoo back into the midfield. And, you know, the kid is playing like, I have this experience around me. So, my deficiency will not show.
It's now or never. It's now or never. Him.
You understand? So, to land it a little bit, right? I agree with you when you say the team is benefiting from a bit more. We are going to play through the middle as much as we play for the wing. You understand? Yeah. Right? So when you go to Emirates yesterday, I expected, look, I've watched United since 2003 or thereabouts, right? And never have I been more comfortable than yesterday when Arsenal turned up and we're playing for the first 20 minutes. If you're a football fan, you expect that you go to the Emirates, they will rock you in the first 20 minutes. Keep your wits about yourself. Keep your wits about yourself. Stay vigilant. Stay composed. And most importantly, even if you concede, stay in the game. Don't let the game run from you. What did we say about Aston Villa in the Champions League last year? Right? Stay in the game. A goal. If he makes the joke and says 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline in football, why does he make that point? Right?
A goal changes everything.
Why do you make the point? Right? So even when Arsenal score 1-0 up, I'm like, you know what, everybody, I know that it looks like, you know, that the wall is falling. It's not falling. It's 1-0. You've been playing well. Yeah. The goal they scored is a goal that is like, we wish you could have done better. Stay in the game. The moment United scored that 1-1, I knew that we'll be like, okay, cool. You have given us what you got. It's like a puncher. You come, you throw. I've studied your, oh, you want to throw 1-2, 1-1 before you throw 2. I've seen it. Okay, this is what I have cooking. Can you deal with this too?
And you there? You feel us now?
You get. So, I mean, look, I don't think I've watched Arsenal now. I don't think that Arsenal, if they lose against Leeds United.
Yeah, there's problem. If they lose against Leeds United, then there's a big problem.
Lose against Leeds?
There's a big problem.
And it's
because
game
in my
on.
opinion, if no be say, then they top of the table already. And you are marching to the title. That loss to United is unforgivable, in my opinion. If I'm an Arsenal fan, there's no Chelsea coach. Yeah, go on.
Sorry, I mean, I don't want to, because I didn't say it on the pod. But I was with Emirates, right, before the game. And I told him, we were talking about the game. I said, man, you win 3-2. I recall I can't share chats because then I can't share his chats, that kind of thing. I said, man, you win 3-2. And he was like, I mean, you know, he doesn't think he's right.
Yeah.
But just the fact that a neutral, right, in a title winning year doesn't think that you will beat another team at your home. It says something. There is like a common denominator against around everybody that says that this team still have their bag of nerves. They might bottle it, right? Last season when they were supposed to win the league with a new manager, there was no point in the season I thought they were not winning the league. When Salah started scoring this amount of goals, I knew that they would win the league.
You understand? The way they were even winning, they were one man down against Newcastle. They won.
They won.
I was like, what's going on? These people,
you know,
do you understand?
These stats that Arsenal have, they are diabolical.
Yeah.
Honestly, obviously people have been following more. When they posted the stats today on the group, and I saw that they scored 4 own goals, Saka 0 goals in this, Trossard 1 in goals in this, Manuel 1 goals in this. I was like, wait. Are these stats fabricated? Apparently, those stats are not fabricated. Those stats are actually real stats. Right?
Look,
so he should come back and answer the question that you asked him. This season that you're winning the league now, right? Is it because you are so good, or because the rest of the teams are absolute shit?
He go answer for when the next recording for studio. He must answer. So what it looks like now is that the Leeds United game is a make or break. If you win against Leeds United, it's like, you know what, that was a blip. Let's kick on. But the Leeds United game, if they lose or draw, I was also going to say that even though they don't match to the league already, that loss against United is unforgivable. In my opinion, there's no Chelsea manager that has been there his 7th year going to win the league that I will accept that loss from. I can't. It's unforgivable. But let's see if they win the league, you know, he's gonna clear everything. Anyway, if they do go on and win, I doubt it though. At this point, though, the way I see those players, when man you come Emirates, when the game even reach, man you come feel they do triangles and squares around your own low block,
bro.
Because when you scored 2-2, United picked the ball up, went forward. You were in your own shape. United can't they do touches to evade your shape, which is what we expected you to do when United were sitting back in the first half. Break them down.
Yeah,
that's what you do. No, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like we'll wrap up. We'll almost reach 1 hour.
Yeah, you know one of the biggest quotes, one of the biggest things that I learned from Pep Guardiola, right? And when he just joined the Premier League, he used to use the word, when he was at Barca as well, he used to use the word, my team played with personality, right? I couldn't quite break the word down until the first 2 titles he won. And he said, one thing, he can accept if his team plays bad or something like that. But you see, when you play personality, like, what it means is you pick the ball up, you see, no matter how game be, I know I'm here. Like, I'm going to try and play. Exactly. The reason I'm signed to this club, I will try and show my quality. Come here on high water.
Wow. You get at home. Where's the wow factor?
Where's the wow? Where's your bravado? You get where's your bravado? Where's Odegaard dropping and carrying the ball and saying, I'm pointing type of goal? Sorry?
Where's your own Cunha type of goal?
Yeah, where's your stuff? Like, what are you made of? Right? Why is Saka not saying, you know what? Why is Saka not walking to the midfield and telling Mendy, give me the ball. You go there. Let's rearrange this. Right?
Like, fuck it. We must beat these people today.
We're going to win the game. Why is that? That's the thing where when Nigeria played, for example, when Nigeria played in AFCON, that's your Osimhen against Benin Republic.
Mm-hmm.
That's your Mane against Morocco in the final. A back heel in the midfield. Like, in a tense moment, a moment of ingenuity. Where is that for you? Oh, your own game, I say, when you want to play and give Saka carry him, you know, if you be winger, you will say corner, settle for corner. Then when I go play his winger, when I go mount men for post, I'm not saying that I don't like corners. I think that it is for a title-winning team, it's an indictment that's Arsenal's number one way.
Added advantage. No be say, oh, we know if we find
it cannot be the plan.
It's supposed to be, oh, we fit do am. Can't be the plan now. Anyways, my brother, the amount of agenda I just wait till the end of season. I don't say they don't bring back the conversation. Odegaard can't be your captain. I'm not going to say anything again. No be 3 years, 4 years ago, I told this thing. I'm not going to say it again.
Odegaard cannot be captain. I said it as the moment the meaning captain. I said that he cannot be captain. Right? And not because I was the first to say that Odegaard is a class player. But Odegaard is a shadow of himself. He's a shadow of himself. Yeah. Right?
So at halftime yesterday, 1-1 in a game that you absolutely must win. What's Odegaard telling the boys? What's Odegaard telling the boys? Okay, Odegaard is just a captain. He's not a speaking captain. You have other leaders. Oh, that's what it is. Then the power dynamics the power dynamics don't balance. What you don't know is that your manager, and it's okay to want to be a control freak. You want to control everything. But what you don't know is that your manager is taking the power in the dressing room, saying that only me. He has given because when you hand the captain armband to a guy like Odegaard, he's a fantastic player like we mentioned. What that means is that in that dressing room, the other guys who feel like they speak, they go drama, they go talk, they go try carry the team. But ultimately, for streets, you feel be Baba, but the person where they say na him, where everybody, you say this one that's Baba for the boys.
Yeah.
Now him everybody will go meet when Wahala bust.
Yeah.
Now him everybody. So that means your coach, you don't remove that power with opposite dressing room when him know they there.
Yeah.
Him don't talk, say, no, now me get all the power.
Yeah.
So I go give this person where be say, in come rain, come shine. He must do and lead to everything I say.
Yep.
Now, how do you not have at halftime a game you must absolutely win? Who Odegaard won't talk to for that team? We go say, nobody talk back. Odegaard talk to Gabriel. Say, yo, you're a fantastic player, but you are messing us up out there. Odegaard talk to Saliba. Odegaard talk to Timber. Say, you are messing us up out there. They were ragging in the Carabao Cup. They say, oh, Esteban don't do anything. Esteban was running Timber up and down.
By the way, Esteban, we'll speak about him later. That's another. That boy. I hope that this thing happens. I don't think he will be the exception, but I think when you play too many games very early, you're going to tail off very early as well. Yeah, but I hope that his rise will coincide with a stable Chelsea building towards something. You understand?
Doing well.
Yeah, this useless Chelsea owners, right? These Chelsea owners, I've clocked them finally. I think that those owners are not in the game in the game for pure business. I'm telling you, I've clocked it. The owner say, if we just go sell 2 billion worth of players like this, we'll not sell the club. You get? I think it's the same because the players that Chelsea have, if they can construct that team properly and buy some nice, like, take for example, Gay should not be allowed to go to Man City. You understand? It's a travesty. When Chelsea needs a team, right, they should not be allowed to do that. Needs a center back, right? If Chelsea don't try to sign Calvin Bassey this summer to play the left side of their defense, I'm gonna say, you will see now, they're gonna bring somebody one chap from Brazil. If you say you don't play 400 games for Brazil before 17, you get.
You say if you want sign Calvin Bassey now, full and fee begin tell us say make we bring 17.
That's why you're a big club. You make somebody available. You get.
But
you go there.
So the thing is,
pay the money.
So the thing is that what we need the most is a right center back. If we can get Calvin Bassey, fine, no. But the priority is that right center back that can also play center back. That one is of higher priority. That's why they will try to get.
We call Will coming back. With an ACL player coming back, you have to know that he has come back today. But you're going to need at least 1 year to get him back. That's if he doesn't have a setback. So
Yeah, it's going
you
to take
must buy that
another year.
decided guy to make sure that even when Cole is not playing, you don't feel on that period to bring him back. You understand, to the team.
So, in my
Look
opinion,
at how they manage
if
Rich James, right? Rich James
yeah,
is now fit because
he's now
in
fit.
the preceding 1 year, right, he was allowed to play at his pace. Don't walk him. You understand?
Yep.
Same thing with
Yep.
Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw has played since he started, bro. Luke Shaw has been playing all the game 90 minutes. And it's because when he got fit, we didn't rush him back. If they rushed Colwell back,
You can't rush him back.
problem.
You
You
can't,
know,
no,
Martinez had the
they're
first
not gonna,
ACL. Martinez had
they're
the
not gonna
first
rush
ACL.
Cole back.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
they're not gonna rush him back.
that's my that's
That
that's
one,
that's my feeling.
that much is clear. The problem with the Calvin Bassey thing is that they're gonna try and shift Badiashile, and then if Badiashile is easily shifted, it might open the door. So those are
Chelsea
the
don't have a problem shooting player. Chelsea don't have a problem shooting player at all.
you don't see the Sassy now.
I'm surprised. I don't think that's a. I think the 7-year contracting that might now be a problem with Chelsea shooting players now. You know, before Chelsea were the best in selling in the top 10 in the Premier League. Once Chelsea don't really sell players, you don't see 2 days they don't sell the player. I'm surprised that they have not been
Yeah.
able to shift Sterling to shift
No, because
Disasi.
they were being Sterling specifically was being picky. Sterling should have gone to Fulham or Burnley. Was being picky. He wants to because he knows they're on 300k now. So now why you know the stress?
To be fair, that's bone of my bone. I don't know if he move. Nothing to make me
You don't,
move.
so that's the main
30
thing.
million.
Sterling no rush.
I'll earn
No
every single
rush.
combo before I leave.
Promise you, man. If you win, especially away win, highlight the sweets. Chelsea app don't update me. Say, oh, full 90 minutes of the game, don't they on the app. I say,
Bro,
away win
they
against
watch
Crystal
games.
Palace, the sweets. You just say, what?
They watch games, man. I haven't steady to watch Rosino's 2 games in charge, 3 games in charge. I'm gonna take time and watch
I
a
dey
few
wait
things
too.
now. You know,
I dey
but
wait too. 4 wins in 5 games. I see the wait. I see the look. But one thing that he has changed is, except he can't help it because of injuries, he plays 2 holding midfielders. Not just holding midfielders, 2 defensive midfielders.
I've seen
Caicedo,
that. I've seen Santos and Caicedo. I'm thinking,
Caicedo
how long
everywhere.
can this
And
continue?
they know they run, they know they go past each other too much. Worst case, Caicedo if he go from small or Caicedo go stay middle, and the Santos they go drop for. But that the Santos boy, his defensive awareness is too impressive for me. Like the guy they see danger like two plays, like you go just see him for there. I say nice one.